So welcome, Navtej. Thanks for agreeing to this. Let's start with your own interest in yoga. Did you come from a yogic family?
No. I grew up in Chandigarh.
Chandigarh in North
India, yeah. And then as a child I had this kind of intrigue. There were no yoga schools at that point. I mean, hardly ever. There was some kind of a guru who was teaching something like Neti and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, and but when I decided to be a dancer,
right.
At the back, and I was going to go to Chennai, at the back of my mind I thought, there must be a yoga teacher there. You know, there must be some yoga tradition there, because I've always had this thing at the back of my mind that I would like to do yoga ever since I was a child.
Really?
Very, very vague.
Yeah.
I don't even know when, where and how this came from, but I had this thing that yoga would be interesting. I think yoga would be interesting. So I moved to Chennai. I joined Kalakshetra. It's my first week in Chennai. I'm living in a guest house very far away from Kalakshetra, so I take a bus. I sit down on a bus, and this man comes and sits next to me, and we start talking. And he is Prabhakar.
Really?
And the next day I'm at the Mandiram.
So Prabhakar was one of Deskichar's close students.
Close, like blue-eyed boy.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So
and he just sat down on the bus
next to me, and we started chatting. And he said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I've just joined Kalakshetra." And I said, "What do you do?" He says, "I teach yoga." And
wow, you've been very intimately involved both with dance and with yoga. You know, it's a fruitful combination. How do you think? Do you think that your dance has influenced your understanding of yoga or your practice of yoga?
Well, let me say first of all that it's not a fruitful combination.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I was told right away in the beginning. I was not told directly, but it got to me that Krishnamacharya would not accept dancers as students.
So, Navtej, to what extent do you think that the Yoga Sutra is the Yoga Sutra the key text for you in yoga, or is there a key text for you in yoga?
Yeah, Yoga Sutra is the key text for me.
Yoga Sutra is the key text.
Yoga Sutra is definitely the key text for me. I question it, but it is the key text.
Can you say something about why it's the key text? Because a lot of people, a lot of Indian would maybe choose the Bhagavad Gita,
right?
Or, you know, that's probably the common text for.
Yeah, well, I'm not Hindu, so not the Bhagavad Gita, number one. Yoga Sutra because it's neutral, and I appreciate that neutrality. I love the fact that Patanjali gives us a choice to believe or not.
And when you say neutral, you're talking about neutral in terms of God.
Yeah. So there is, and he kind of makes no judgment between that, and I love him for that. For whatever reason he said it, I love him for that. So that immediately makes that a safe text for me. I can enter it without any anxiety.
Yeah. There's no agenda about it.
There's no agenda about it.
That anchorage that you're talking about, that anchorage that brings you stability. You're here now in the UK at a conference on Shraddha. Is that anchorage Shraddha?
Yes. It's the anchorage. The anchorage is Shraddha, and the belief in that possibility that I can anchor, that anchorage is available to me.
So sometimes Shraddha is translated as faith.
Yeah.
Is that a word that you?
In a way, it is. It's a faith in the possibility.
Faith in the possibility.
Yes, I know that there's a faith in the possibility of transformation. And it pivots on something. In the Sikh faith, it pivots on the meditation on the Naam, on the Shabda. In yoga, it pivots on meditation or concentration on attention on something.
Okay.
A choice of object. It can be the prana, or it can be a breath meditation. And for me, it's not an idea. That's what I would like to say. For me, it's not an idea. I know it.